I'm really looking forward to the discussion today for leading the agenda about empowering children in our communities. I think it's really important that we recognise and engage with all members of our community, and too often we forget even the elderly or the young, so it's really important that we look across our whole spectrum of people in our local areas.
A child-friendly city is a city friendly for all. So if you think about how children move and play and interact, it's accommodating to them, and it's wonderful and it's curious, and it just allows them to be who they are.
So for me, a child-friendly city is a city essentially where children are valued, where they're seen as people with rights and their rights are respected. It's a city where children are safe, when they're included no matter what their age, no matter what their background, no matter what their ability. And ultimately, a child-friendly city to me is a city where children get to have a say.
I think a child-friendly city is where children and young people have a sense of ownership because they've helped to design not just what is there, but how things are delivered, the services that they receive, the way in which people interact with them. But I think a child-friendly city is the visual representation that children have been involved.
To include children to make a child-friendly city, you need to just be open and responsive. Allow them, view children not as vulnerable and dependent, but you need to look at them as social actors in their own right. So invite them to allow them to talk about what it is that they find interesting, challenging, and allow them to help you make the changes that are necessary.
Children have a perspective that's unique to them. They are experts in their own lives. And therefore for local government to design, deliver, advocate for things that make their world suit them is the reason why local government should be involved in that. We're the leaders in planning in our area. We know our communities, and I'd say it's exactly our role to advocate and to make that happen.
But the bottom line is, if you don't pay attention to children, if you don't think about them, then some of what you will do, whether it's a service or a policy or a law, won't meet their needs, and it actually might harm them.
When you include children into the conversation, again, you're giving them a foundation of being a citizen and how they can make a difference. And so you plant that seed, and just from this kernel of, at a young age, making a difference, they're going to carry that on with them through the rest of their life.
The other thing that you'll miss out on is the views and inputs and perspectives that children have, and anyone who's worked with children, anyone who has children knows that those views, those insights, they're invaluable. We can't afford not to get them.
Well, that's a wrap on another Leading the Agenda. Our next one, June 21, all about the Women's Charter Champions for local government. It's also a good way, if you come to Leading the Agenda, to find out about what the VLGA has to offer their membership. So come and learn about the membership. We look forward to seeing you.